University of Missouri's Precision Health Institute is the largest research investment in university history. Finding the funds to pay for it has been a long process for MU. Good evening, everyone. I'm Noah Klein. Thanks so much for joining us. Tonight, in the second installment of our series, The Push for Precision, we'll break down the bill for MU's $214 million research facility. KOMU8's Matt McCabe explains those changing numbers.
System leaders are hoping NextGen has a clean bill of health. From testing to treatment, System President Moon Choi says the building is worth every dollar of the $214 million bill. But what leaders wanted came with another question: who's going to pay for it? Well, the first stop was asking the state for $150 million in fiscal year 2019. That's an ask that State Senator Caleb Rowden and former state representative Kip Kendrick say was too big of a bite.
When they talked about the funding need and what they're hoping from the state, it also coincided with the difficult budgeting time for the state.
The university, they put a lot of chips on the table on this thing.
MU didn't ask the state capitol for everything. It privately raised nearly $38 million. That's less than a quarter of the total price. And when MU broke ground in 2019, it was time to pay up. It withdrew nearly $71 million from its reserves to keep the construction going.
Whatever means that we had available to complete this building, we needed to take that risk because it was that important.
After the groundbreaking, the university still didn't have all the money it needed. The new expectation: get the state to chip in $10 million year after year.
If you're asking for $150,000, then that's couch cushion money, we call it down here. But you know, $10 million a year is a lot of money here.
I think we could have done more. I wish we would have done more.
So I was a little skeptical that we were going to be able to get it done.
In spring of 2020, MU borrowed millions of dollars from a revenue bond for the NextGen Precision Health Institute. But debt has to be paid back, and with interest. And across 30 years, that puts the real cost of NextGen at almost $276 million. But now lawmakers added the project to MU's core funding, and that means MU will get a guaranteed $10 million more each year. But going forward, costs will go up. The center will require millions of dollars to operate each year, and MU is seeking federal grants to fund its research. The Institute's namesake, outgoing U.S. Senator Roy Blunt, has a track record of bringing home those federal grants.
I assume that there will be additional funding. I mean, he's been a big funder, big supporter of NIH grants in the past.
Senator Blunt's office said his schedule was too jam-packed to give an interview for this story before the opening. But his help and other lawmakers at the state and federal level remains a crucial priority in producing meaningful research.
Even if it only does what it's supposed to do, it still is going to make a big difference in the world.
But only time will tell if the final bill was worth the cost. I'm Matt McCabe, KOMU8 News, Columbia.
We're taking this story deeper on our streaming platforms. There you'll find an explanation of the economic impact study the university conducted on itself. And tomorrow, here on KOMU8 News, we're talking about the future of medicine and what could happen if everything goes according to plan.